came across this panel here, well not a panel but this water pump housing, and I kept it because it was, well, they're kind of hard to find, but this is a typical repair that needs doing, where it was on a back burner, if you see what I mean. So what's happened is this. I'll take these tubes out because I'll explain why I've put those in a minute. It was pretty corroded. I think this came off the Ghana 110 many years ago. But what's happened is the water pumps seized onto the bolts have seized on here, which is kind of common. And I think this was one of its problems from overheating, because if you look here, you can see that somebody has been drilling this out but missed the steel completely, and it came out here. Can you see that? So what we're going to do is repair it. We're not going to TIG weld it or anything spectacular like that. We're going to just use our old friend the JB Weld. This stuff, great stuff on aluminium. Now you probably now can find out why we put tubes in there, because by putting tubes in we can force JB Weld around it and then take the tube out. Because it's plastic, it will, if it does stick, it'll be easy to get out. If we did a metal bolt, it might be a bit difficult. So we're going to put them in, because on this side here there's a big gouge out of here, so that's going to take care of that. 3 little tubes. There's the other one, there's the other one. I'm going to sandblast this again, so don't worry about that. And on here, the pipe here is pretty grotty, but with a piece of rubber hose put on the inside as a support, you know, get it kind of straight, we can build up some JB Weld round here, and it's less filing on the inside. It's easy to do on the outside, but on the inside it's a bit tricky because the lip has gone completely. Now if you put a hose clip on there, there's a good chance it'll blow off. That's why it's got a lip on it, so the hose clip clenches around here, and under pressure it can't blow off, so it's really important. But I've realised that this JB Weld is pretty good stuff, so therefore we should be able to resalvage this part. So I'm going to sandblast this now, and then we'll start to put some JB Weld in. Right, this is the next day with that housing. It's coming on quite well. Don't expect miracles the first time. You know, I've drilled out the plastic tube, and that drilled out really easy. There's still a little bit of work to do around here, but now I've got a guide on this side, I can easily run a drill down without running off. And also, because this is a flat machined surface, it's easy to put on my drill press and get this correctly, you know, in line. Whilst I'm talking about that in line, there is a temptation to machine face this off, because this gets all puckered and potted and pitted and all sorts of craters in it due to people running them without any antifreeze in them. But if you do that, if you machine this off, we'll exaggerate that. So say this is your engine block and you machine this is going to go closer than it would do anyway. So big deal, Mike. But the problem with that is your water pump is on here and your power steering pump is on here. So the belt is going to sort of run off. It's going to try and find its right line. So this is going to be closer to the engine, and there isn't much wriggle room with those 7-point serpentine belts. So anyway, listen, I've just filed around that bit. I'm leaving the hose in because I've got to do a bit more. You can see where it's pitted here. But then I'll start to build up this outer piece, and then we can then take the inner piece out, because I need to put a lip on there, which is kind of difficult to do but not impossible. So I'll get on with that. Right, it's been quite a few weeks because I forgot about this little project, and I have to say it filled in really nice, especially at the back here. All that's a nice flat surface, we're good to go for that. Out here looks a bit rough, but I wasn't bothered about that because it's going to be behind the engine and nobody's going to see it. The hose here came up really nice. I put a little bit of silver paint on it because I was trying to use what's left in the can. But I also did a thermostat housing, which was really bad. Filled all that lot in. Filled in round here because all that lip was missing. and it's made a nice job. So I'm very pleased at that, because when you put the top hose on here now, put the clamp around there, it ain't going to pop off and it ain't going to leak. So JB Weld's one of those things you should carry around with you when you're on the road. It takes no space, just mix a little bit up, but it does take a little bit of time to dry to do it properly. Alright, so I hope you have some fun with that and save a bit of money on some castings.